Well, hello everyone. Wanted to do another video on our family daily driver for the last several years. I bought this one up in Northern California. It was a 1968 Travelall. The guy that had it put Chevy 4x4 axles. It was 4x4 originally, but these axles had disc brakes on all four corners. He put Chevy leaf springs, Bilstein shocks, redid the brake lines, and all of that. And I wanted it because there's a barn door and it's just Travelall, so they're rad. But the front core support had a little damage, and I had a 61-62 core support, which is my favorite, at home, and I had the side trim. So I decided I was going to put that on and paint it. The rest of the body was really clean, didn't have any rust. So I painted it, and you know, like all of my paint jobs, it's a 20-footer. You know, I knew I was going to put my kids in it and drive it every day, so I used high quality single stage, but it's nothing to write home about. If you get right up on it, you can see, you know, a little orange peel and whatnot. It buffs out pretty good. I didn't have to use hardly any Bondo. The body was straight. But yeah, it's been fun the last several years. So we did that. I painted it. It had a 392 big block with a 4-speed manual, and it drove fine, but I wanted my wife to drive it. She was never going to drive it if it had that setup. So I put 5.3 Vortec with the 4L60E in it, and at that point, it just became bulletproof. We did the interior on it with 4-wheel disc brakes, power steering, and all that, overdrive. She was able to drive it, and she has for the last year and a half. We've put the kids in. We've gone everywhere. It cruises 70 on the highway. I'll show you the inside. We had the upholstery done, did a ton of sound deadening in it. My guy, we did the lizard skin sound deadening, and then I did the off-brand Dynamat stuff in there as well. And it cruises pretty quiet. I mean, it's like a brick going down the road, so you hear wind noise, but for the most part, it's drives good. We've thoroughly enjoyed it. Everything works on it. I like the upholstery she picked. And yeah, mechanically, I'm trying to think what else I can tell you. What is it? It's called the Binder Boneyard aluminum fuel tank. Not cheap, but I think it was worth it. One of the things on these LS swaps, when I first started them years ago, is I would put an external fuel pump, and I'd always have issues. They would pulsate, they weren't super consistent. You had to prime it before starting. And my buddy, who's a professional, he said, you got to get the stock factory Chevy in-tank pump and retrofit it. So we got the aluminum tank, put a stock Chevy $60 fuel pump, and it fires up every time, doesn't overheat, you can't hear it, it's not loud, and it just drives awesome, super consistent. So did that on it. It had these lights, which I love, the original IH mirrors. 3 of them work, the other 2 needs their bulbs replaced, but I'm paranoid because you have to squeeze the lens to pull them out, and I don't want to break them. So whoever gets the truck next, if you're brave enough, you can try to do that. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the body's really straight. You could respray it or buff it if you want it to be perfect. There's a little bit on the core support on the bottom there. You can see my body work was not perfect. It wasn't rusted. I tried to do a skim coat, and it didn't come out perfect, so you could redo that as well. The tires are almost brand new bias ply. Sorry, it's muddy. But I love the look because I wanted it to just look bone stock. But I think I sacrificed the drivability of it. Bias plies, as you know, they wander a little bit. Steering's tight. I redid all that, but it doesn't drive the same. And the sidewall is really rigid, so it just feels bumpier. So if I were going to keep it long term, I put back some BFG all-terrains on it. You know, it doesn't look as factory original, but it's cool. It has this original car pack roof rack. I mean, not original to the truck, but super old and vintage. It says car pack on the side. I love that. I thought it makes the truck. But yeah, all the glass is good. The interior's clean. You know, it's been driven for the last several years. We've had car seats in it, so you could find little flaws, little imperfections for sure. But if you're looking for something you can just jump in, drive every single day, this is kind of the truck to do that. I'll do a video of the engine bay and start it up and a couple other things. Okay, here's the engine bay. Like I said, I like to use everything just bone stock Chevy, because for me, I'm not super into crazy power as much as I am reliability and decent fuel mileage. So stock Chevy radiator, if you ever need to replace that, just bone stock 5.3 Vortec. I've done the 6.2s and I've done them where you put cams in them. Sometimes I've run into issues when you start modifying them. So this one, you can tune it, do whatever you want if you want more power, but I think it does fine as is. Only rust on the whole truck is in the cowling right here and right there, which virtually every International has that. But the rest, floorboards, fenders, all that's really, really clean. Like I said, the body's very straight. You could respray it or take a buffer to it. Trying to think what else to say. Inside, you know, again, it's not show car, but it's, I mean, everybody loves it at the car shows, and you know, so yeah, I'll do a little video of it driving so you can see the rest of it. Here's the car pack. Yeah, everyone goes nuts over that roof rack. Yeah, okay, let me do the other part. Okay, so as I was saying, if you did a inline fuel pump, you tend to have to prime them. But with the in-tank ones, they have a check valve. So it just, watch, I'll show you, it easy starts up. Just every time. And then, I was kind of proud of this, but I wanted it to look bone stock. So 1 click down, you're in reverse, 2 click neutral, 3 click drive. And that's about it. And it drives good. It has a good exhaust note. I put it in park and you can hear that. I did dual exhaust. I went quiet though. I really don't like them when they're super loud, especially as a daily driver, but you could change that if you want it more rowdy. But yeah, thanks for watching. Okay, driving around. I bumped the wire the other day on the speedometer. It's a GPS speedo, so I need to fix that. But hopefully you can still get an understanding of how nice it drives. Really tracks great, steering wheel's dead straight. Like I said, the bias plies, they're okay. I missed the radials. I think that was a bad decision on my part, but it cruises fine. Shifts into all gears, overdrive, brakes fine. I hooked up, there's a thing called I think it's a TCC lockup switch that a lot of guys forget to hook up when they do an LS swap. So I hooked that up, and so now it not only goes into overdrive, but will go into lockup. Never overheats. I got an auxiliary electric fan. I just clicked that on at 180. But yeah, I haven't, the oil pressure gauge, it's like a $30 part. I've just never done it. I have a screen that I'll plug in and it gets great oil pressure, but so that's probably just laziness. I need to do it. But if I've driven it for a year and a half, it's probably got some oil pressure, I imagine. But yeah, that's it. I got the windows down, but it's pretty quiet. I mean, the only thing that, you know, I put so much sound deadening, which is nice. You don't hear a lot of engine noise other than the exhaust note. But there are a couple rattles I've been chasing. The glove box rattles a little bit, and then the 2 back doors, the barn doors. So, you know, it's an old truck, so there's always something you can do, but yeah, I like the exhaust. It's not too loud, but it's enough to where you can hear it. So yeah, I think it just said I was going 50 right now. It'll go 70, no problem. But yeah, I mean, you know, I've driven it every day. My wife drives it all the time. We take the kids on trips. So it's pretty, you know, it kind of worked out all the little bugs that happen when you do a build. You know, you figure out, oh, I didn't tighten this, or that wire was loose, or that shorted. So we've driven it long enough, done enough stuff to where I think it's pretty reliable. Windshield wipers work. I replaced those. You know, you could put AC in it if you want. That was my next thing. I was going to put a sound system, but you know, as is, it does fine. So yeah, I think that's about all there is to tell you about it. Thanks for watching again. Okay, here's one just kind of slower speeds around town. Replace the little clicker inside here, so when you turn the wheel, that turns off. There's the temp. It kind of light. It really runs at 180 for the most part. I rarely have to turn on the fan. That's just if you're bumper to bumper traffic or in a drive-through. But you hear the exhaust. It's really effortless to drive. when I had him tune it, I said, I want you to tune it for miles per gallon and just cruising. So shifts like butter. Yeah, pretty quiet. Yeah, it's kind of, let me get around this guy and I'll hear the exhaust a little bit. If you get on it, you can hear that it's got a V8, but it's nothing like obnoxious. So, you know, it's a solid axle 4-wheel drive leaf springs, so it's not the, you know, with those bias plies, they're really rigid. So you feel the bumps, but it's nothing, I don't know. I was driving in my buddy's 2022 Raptor the other day, and that thing felt about the same. But yeah, that's about it.